Today we are doing a review of the TP4, which is our bag over here on the right. Bag in the middle is the TP3, the original one, and the bag on your left is your meter bag, the first generation. I also have the MC bag, which has been my main bag for the longest time, and then I decided to go with the TP4B because it has the plastic base, and that makes all of the difference in the world, whereas being able to stand up straight and be able to hold everything you want without being destroyed in the water and all the other elements. That was one of the biggest drawbacks there of the TP3. Not only was it not big enough, but it also didn't have the nice plastic bottom. Here they are in a vertical fashion, and we'll bring them down. It's this area right there. So you can kind of see what we got. All the things I've got in my bag are the bare necessities of what I need to be able to run most service calls. I try not to carry anything more than I need to because I don't want to lose anything. And generally, if you're just carrying extra things, just more weight that you've got to carry. A couple of the improvements they did on this bag versus the original one, obviously, one of them is being the tape measure. It's a nice metal tape measure holder, which in all reality, I've got my tape measure, a little dinky, small 6.5 foot Milwaukee, which is more than adequate for doing, just small normal things that you might need a tape measure for. The TP3 just could not hold all the things that I needed. For the most part, this thing is holding everything that my MC bag held, and we're going to go ahead and dive into it here so you can kind of see what I carry. All right, starting at the back here, one of the noticeable differences that you'll see is the clip on the back has been switched to metal. Works great for holding my strap, which keeps you out of the mud while you're in, like, say, a basement, whatever this case might be. The stitching and such is really high quality, just like you're always been used to. It's got the logo there. It's got the serial number with date code. The rivets are really nice here in the back. The strap here did not come with it. This is off the MC bag. This is the normal strap that comes with. Fairly strong spots for it to attach to. And let's go into what all we've got. Alright, starting off the front here, we've got the meter, which that is a full-size meter. That's the AC/DC Navigator 52 by Amp Probe. It's a really jam-packed little meter. I really like it for the most part, other than the battery life totally sucks. Then jumping over to the Bosch 12-volt impact. I've been kind of a Bosch guy for a while now. Right now I would not mind maybe going with the Milwaukee, but at this point I've got too many Bosch tools to just dump it and go. In the front pocket up front here, we've got the 7/16. We got the extension for the 5/16 1/4 inch, and extension for my good Phillips. Then jumping over to the DeWalt right angle tool, we got the Klein 32-581, nice little screwdriver. A little bit of a breakdown of that tool there. I like using a stainless steel brush for cleaning my flame sensors. This doesn't leave gouges in it, so you don't have the dirt sticking to it. I'm a Knipex fanatic. Got the little 6-inch in both the Crescent and the Cobra. I like the push buttons best because they lock it and forget it. Coming out next is the more full size. There's one above these, I believe. These ones measure in at 10 inches, whereas the little ones measure in there at around 7 1/4. I've got my stubby suction and high side gauges. In one of the videos you'll see that I used a right angle tool for it to get into tight spots. Jumping on up, we've got our offset yellow jacket with our refrigeration wrench. Next we've got the yellow jacket 9/16 and 1/2 inch, and the yellow jacket 7/16 and 3/8. These are great because you can get real in tight spots for the carrier motors where they're offset, and it's totally a pain in the butt to get into. We've got Allen wrenches, Eklund, made in America, model number 20812. It's got all the normal sizes there. These are the longer ones. They measure in a little longer than what your traditional ones are. I also have the traditional ones that I like also for your walk-in cooler fan motors and stuff like that, where this sometimes won't fit where you need it at. Here we got the paint marker. This is a uni paint. You can pick these up on eBay or you can buy them online. It's blue, it's a paint marker, it lasts forever. We got a cheap mirror that I picked up from Walmart, and it actually is pretty good. I haven't busted the lens yet. Continuing on up to our top row here, we've got the Klein. These are your Stake-On, Crimp-On Journeyman series. These are probably some of the best ones out there. The only time I find a need for something other than these is when I want to do heavier 10 gauge cables. I will use the Cleveland tool crimper that I've talked about in one of my other videos. I have just recently got these not too long ago. These are the Milwaukee's. So this one does wire from 8 gauge all the way up to 18. It has the improved lock mechanism. The original ones had plastic and they would break. This one's metal. It also has a threaded bolt cutter there. They're really beefy and they do a really decent job. Menards Master Force. It is my 5/16, another Mastercraft P2. These have lifetime warranties. They are made in America. They are about identical to the Klein. I haven't noticed really any performance difference in them whatsoever. The Klein is awesome stuff, but getting warranty sucks, and it seems like they always want to try to get a way out of things. This is the Klein 8-in-1. I like this better than the 11-in-1 for the following reasons. You've got the valve core removal tool, along with the small micro screwdriver, your large number 2 Phillips and straight. You've got the coupler, which is technically your 1/4 inch there, but you don't need to do that because this one has the slide lock 1/4 and 5/16, so it is magnetic. And it is able to hold your screws, which is another reason why I really like it. And then on the other side, you have the 3/8. So you got 3/8, 5/16, 1/4 inch, large Phillips and straight, small straight, and the valve core removal tool. That is the HVAC 8-in-1. Then finally, we've got a basic brush. You can see down in there pretty deep. You can put things down in there. There's also another pocket right there. The other thing they changed too, if you notice on the sides, you can actually see all the way through it. So if you got long shank screwdrivers, they actually go down all the way. That gives you a total of 4 spots versus the TP3, which only had 3, hence. And notice that they don't have all the way through here and here. And it just had a shallow bottom. Then on the sides, I've got some Monster thread tape and 3M tape on my loop. On the other side here, for my wire connectors, I've got a little cheap Husky bag, and I've got my Klein magnetizer for my screwdrivers, and that's on with a little carabiner. And I've got one of my jumpers here, which this is custom made. I don't like them real super long, and this is made out of nice silicone test meter lead. These are actually soldered, so they'll actually hold pretty decent current, and that's one of the benefits of making your own. And now we'll go ahead and empty out the little Husky bag here. I've used different sizes, but this one here seems to work pretty well because it doesn't eat up a bunch of room in the bag. We've got our jumpers. These ones here are also custom built. It's made out of test lead silicone material. It's the hooks, so you can strip back just a little section on your thermostat wire and hook it without having to worry of a short. This gives you enough for stage 1 and 2, along with a reversing valve and your G terminal for your fan. Works great for my geothermals or anywhere where you need to just get the thing up and going. And then we have the Nylog everyone likes. We've got the little right angle tool that I've been using for my stubby gauges or any gauge. And we've got the Fluke gator clips, along with some miscellaneous butt connectors, spade terminals, and things like that. More than enough for what you need. And we just took it off the handle. We have the Phoenix HL60R. This is 1000 lumens. It has USB charging on the side of it with multiple brightnesses. It's got test function. When you tap it once, it'll blink 3 times to show you that it's fully charged. Then you hold it and it gives you constant brightness. You can stage it all the way up to super blind you and all the way down to protect your eyes. It's an awesome light. It uses the 18650 battery. I have a 34 milliamp hour Orbotronic battery in it. All the connections are awesome. They're gold plated. It's very high quality. Most of them now have a lifetime warranty, I believe, if you get it through the phoenixstore.com, which is where I bought this one. And then my everyday carry flashlight, which is what I carry on my side. I carry it in a Kydex case. UC35. This is the newest generation. It just came out. I just upgraded to this. I was using a PD35 prior to that. Another nice benefit of this flashlight is the multicolor button that'll tell you whether it's charged all the way or starting to go down. Then, last but not least, is the very front pocket. This is one of the few bags that they've made that actually has usable room in the front, whereas some of the other ones have been too small to be able to really utilize. We'll go ahead and tuck this in the back here so it's out of my way so I can show you. We have a stubby Klein. You've seen these before. We have a 1/4 inch and 5/16 ratcheting wrench for the super tight spots. A Klein utility knife, a stepping drill bit, a 3/8, and a Lennox pipe cutter. It has a total of 5 little pockets there for those little nut runners, and it's fairly deep. How deep is it, you say? How about 4 inches and 1/4? And then grand total width there is right around 5.5 to 5 3/4. Our inside pockets here is right at 6 inches, and grand total width of this is right around 7. Our total height here is 11.5 inches tall, and that's about it. So taking an overview of all the tools that we've got here, my feelings are that this bag is probably one of my favorite ones as of right now. I've been very satisfied with it. As you can see, it holds all these tools, and it's everything I need. Alright, that wraps up this review here. If you like the video, please consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and we will catch you on the next one.